Hey, my village. It's your Coach Mo checking in today for our live. Go ahead and tag a few people. Don't forget to share. Hello. Say hi so I can know you're here. You can wave. Say something below. I'm just inviting a few people really quick. Hey, Sissy. Hey, Tanisha. As you can see, today's topic is, can a woman raise a man? I know y'all probably think I'm going to answer it one way, but I'm probably going to be answering it the opposite way. I'm just going to let a few people get on. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I am Monique. I go by Coach Mo. I am a family and parenting life coach, so I help parents co-parent with success to be able to coexist in their child's life. I also help, I work with single moms, single fathers, married couples, and divorced, and also bonus parents. Basically helping people get back to them. A lot of people get lost in the title of just being a mom or a dad. So I help people rediscover and repurpose themselves in their life and think beyond the titles. And I'm letting a few more people log on before I get started. And if you guys have any questions while I'm giving some information, you can always ask questions. I love engagement. That's usually how I stay on a little longer. I've had lives that's been over an hour long because people ask questions. Otherwise, I would cut it short and just give you the information and hop off. So I do appreciate you participating. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Douglas. Thank you guys for tuning in. So I'm going to get to the subject of, can a woman raise a man? This topic has been brought to me a few times. I've been avoiding discussing it because it's mixed reviews as far as mixed opinions on whether a woman can raise a man. Don't forget to like and share the don't forget to like and share this video. I don't do advertisement on my live, so you will get blocked. Sorry, you guys, I don't know who that is. I hate people doing that, hopping on your live, trying to promote what these scams talking about is legit. But you would, the fastest way to get blocked, because I'm the block queen. They see I just deleted over 500 people last week. But what I wanted to talk to you guys was, can a woman raise a man? This is not something that really is a yes or no answer type of question, because a lot of times women don't even have a choice. So my answer is usually she shouldn't have to raise a man or kids, period, by herself. So that's my answer. Women do it all the time. Yes, President Obama was raised by his grandmother and his mom. So I say that's good evidence that a woman can raise a man. But it is very important for kids to get things from both parents, because there's certain qualities they need from a woman, there's certain qualities they need from a man. Unfortunately, in our day and age, it don't happen too often. But a woman shouldn't have to raise a kid by herself. And also sometimes she have no option. So a lot of women don't have the option to co-parent. There are certain situations. Some people choose to just do it on their own. Women do it all the time. Personally, know males raised by two parents, homes, and they're a hot mess. Oh, I've seen that, because some people, they have generational curse. There's a repeated cycle, or if the man is in the household, he's either abusive, he's not a provider, he's not showing those qualities they need on how to treat a woman and stuff. So some of them, the women are taking care of the man, and that's what they're showing their kids. So I know people that have been more messed up than people coming from single parent households, and they grew up with two parents. So it all depends on the people and if they're able to be parents to teach their kids certain things. Then you got males who only have mother. And going on 20. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is so true. It's not a yes or no question. Most women don't raise them in law. They're forced to. Yep, that I totally agree. A male should be an example for a boy that he's raising. But Melissa, what's becoming the problem is the men don't have the proper training. Hey, Sharice, the men don't have the proper training, hey, Erica, to be able to raise a boy. So it becomes a generational curse. It becomes a cycle of broken men not being able to raise their kids to be mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually healthy kids. So they need those tools. A lot of men feel like when I talk to them that they lack those tools because they didn't have that example. Me, I luckily was able to come up in a family of a ton of uncles, and I have like 6 brothers. Yeah, 6 brothers. And my dad was involved in my life, but I had also a lot of other male figures, which were my uncles. They were all entrepreneurs. I never see my uncles clock in and clock out at a job. So that's why I'm an entrepreneur. In my generation, we're all mostly entrepreneurs. And we grew up to that, where they traveled. My uncle would take all the kids traveling. He showed us how to just explore the world. They taught us how we should be treated. They buy us Valentine's gifts. You'll get Valentine's gifts from like everybody. Your uncle's taking you out to eat, your dad, you being told you're loved, you're beautiful by all these different males speaking life into you, building your confidence and stuff like that. So it's kind of different for some people because my mom was a single mother, but I never lacked that male figure because her brothers all stepped in whenever my dad wasn't able to. But our children do need both parents. And it's time for everybody to step up to the plate because I do know single fathers with broken baby mamas and their sons need their moms. A lot of people have daddy issues more so than mommy issues, but they do need the nurturing of a mother, and they do need the like sternness and the leadership of a male, a father. And it's not impossible to raise a kid on your own because a lot of people do it. You see it every day. And like me, I'm a single mom. I make it look easy, and it's not easy, but it's not impossible either. You just got to do what you got to do. And also, like, kids need to learn different qualities. I hate seeing, like, recently my son's school, before I checked them out, they have the father-daughter breakfast or donut day or whatever. And it's so sad that you see moms either dressing up like a man so their kids can participate in those type of things. I hate when schools get involved with those type of things. It's like not all kids have 2 parents at home, and they have the daddy-daughter dance, and they have the breakfast with the father, donuts with the dad. And for those dads that are not there, it really makes it obvious, like, how many people don't have their fathers in their life, or the fathers that's not sacrificing to take a day off to come have donuts with their kids or just go into work late. Hey, Positively Pat. But it is so, it's a question that is always asked, and it's a question that always have different opinions. Because it's based on a lot of people's experience. I noticed with my mom raising my youngest brother, my other 2 younger brothers were raised by my dad, but they both got in the same amount of trouble. So it was like, one get a lot of love from the mom and the other ones don't get a lot of love. And one have the dad, one don't have the dad as much, and they all still turned out pretty much the same. But they are great fathers. That was the only difference. When they had kids, then they gave their kids what they were missing, what they didn't have, a family with both parents. So that's the one thing, like 3 of my brothers are all there with the kids' moms and raising in a 2-parent home. So it's kind of crazy because, like, they were raised differently. I've seen both sides. Of course, me and my sister, we're the oldest and the only girls. We were raised a little different. We were the only ones that went to college and started businesses and stuff like that. So, like, they look up. We set the standard really high for them. to live up to. But we're like the mom figure for them. So whatever they didn't get from their mom, hey Trina, thanks for jumping on. Whatever they didn't get from their mom, like they come to us. My brothers treat me and my sister like their mom, their second mom. They be like, hey sis, I need this or whatever. But it's so funny because like it's whatever they were lacking, they got from us. Sounds like your brothers. It's like that's why I came up with my program, I Am My Brother's Keeper, because I look out for my brothers. Like I'm a ride or die for them, and I'm gonna check them when they wrong. So when it comes to parenting, like they come to me and I'll guide them in the right direction to avoid them having some of the issues that my dad had growing up. So hey cousin, thanks for tuning in. But it do take two people to create a child, so it should be two people raising them. Some people have different circumstances where it have to be one person, but I feel like everybody should play their part. And if you don't have that person, there should be a substitute. There's a lot of community programs. There's Big Brother, Big Sister. There's the Boys and Girls Club. There's a lot of different ways they can have that mentor in their life and still not miss out on those key things they need to learn. A woman can raise a man, but it is a rare case, not many. I think a strong male figure would be a better influence. Yeah, I totally agree. But that's where mentorship programs come in. Take them to the barbershop so they can hear that male talk. Drop them off, come back, whatever you got to do. I used to do that, like take my son to the barbershop. I don't have to be there. Like I'll stand outside and wait till he's finished or whatever. But he can be around those men speaking life into him. When his dad was deployed in the military, he didn't miss out on a beat. He got 6 uncles, and then plus my mom, 6 brothers. So he had men all around him that would check him, make him do push-ups. Because when we got in trouble as a kid, we got whooped, but it was more of a physical thing. So it was like everybody got in trouble for everybody. So it was like if one person get in trouble, everybody get in trouble. Everybody line up, everybody get their butt whooped. Everybody had to do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. It was military style. My uncles were military, grandfathers were military. And that's the way it was. We always stayed fit for the simple fact that we were doing push-ups all the time and sit-ups because of what the next person did. So we held each other responsible for a lot of stuff. So like we're each other's accountability partner. And that's why we're that close now, because we were like best friends. We grew up with a lot of cousins. So when I have a lot of siblings and your parents, it was 9 of them and they all had 3 to 5 kids and all around the same ages. We're months apart, a year apart. We grew up more like brother and sister than cousins. And it's like that on my dad's side of the family too. Everybody is so close. You would think they're siblings and not just cousins. And everybody hold each other accountable. So you know if one person do something wrong, we all get in trouble, you're gonna check that person. And it's like that now as an adult. We're all older. Some of us in our 30s, some in our late 20s, but we still check each other. Be like, hey, I don't like what you're doing. Like we don't hold back and we don't have drama. Our family is not dysfunction. We don't argue and stuff like that. We never fight each other. I couldn't fight my twin sister because we feel each other pain and it'll be pointless because you'll be hurting yourself. So I would clarify not to force an underdeveloped man to be a father. Yes, they do need the proper tools to be a proper leader. There are poor kids who have lost their lives. Yeah, and people got to watch who they have around their kids. So you got to have good judgment on who to involve or bring your kid around, because I had a video recently about women just bringing anybody around their kids, and then your kids start to get molested, and they try to tell you. I have some videos next month about that, because that's going to be my theme next month is Speak Up, Speak Out. So a lot of the topics is going to be about stuff like that, not holding in the stuff that you've been going through and to tell somebody and speak out about it. Because a lot of people go through stuff, traumatic stuff, and they suffer later in life because they didn't tell anybody. Single mothers need to be careful of bringing boyfriends. Yeah. And it's you bringing your kid around other people's kids too, because you can't trust other people's kids because you never know what they've experienced. That type of situation happened with my kid, a close friend that I've known since childhood. my kid go over for a play date and her kid stuck a toy up my kid's butt. And my son was only like 3 years old. And I was wondering when I'm giving him a bath why he keeps saying this hurt when I wipe him, and nobody told me until days later. And of course I was ready to hurt somebody's kid because I'm like, why would you hold this type of information back from me when I trusted you to take care of my child? But that put a strain on our friendship and that bonding relationship, and that's why I don't trust my kid with other people. And I watch everybody I bring around my kid. I'd rather him be with me at all times than to stray off to people I thought I could trust. So it's, you can't trust people's kids too. But people now, like I'm getting a little better with trusting people around my kid. But at first I didn't used to introduce him to anybody. He was just, people knew I had a kid and they see him from a distance. They'll hear about him, but they wouldn't be able to hang around him. Hey, Aja. Hey, Franklin. You guys don't forget to share and like the video. Hey, thanks for tuning in. But do you guys have any questions about that, or what are your opinions on a woman raising a man? I know we talked a little bit about it, like she shouldn't have to, but it happens. I know someone answered this question because I posted it on Instagram as my question of the day today, and someone brought it to my attention in my DM, and they were like, well, what if it's a two-parent that's same sex? And that kind of made it a little different because I never really thought of it that way, like if it's two moms or two dads. But I always say mentorship programs, because there's still certain things they have to learn, because it's not necessarily that child will grow up in like the same sex. So there's still other things they need to learn. Not saying that they can't teach it to them, but they still need to be introduced to that other side, other environment. You have to be careful bringing anyone around your kids, men or women. Yes, because I know people that are female that been molested by other females. So they was just talking about that on Love and Hip Hop with Sin. She was molested at 5 by a woman. So it's possible. I was gonna play that song, Marcella, but I was like running late, rushing, trying to get on live. That was the song I was gonna play because that's one of my favorite songs, Can't Raise a Man. But she was talking in a sense of a mom didn't do her job with raising a man and then you get him, which is a whole nother situation. Because these men they're looking for a mom, not a woman, not a wife, not a girlfriend. They're looking for someone to do the work of what their mom should have done. And that's what's been going on a lot lately. I noticed like men are looking to be taken care of. They're still stuck mentally in that chapter where they didn't get to develop that good relationship, or they had a mom who wasn't there, or you deal with addiction, you deal with all kind of different things. In those type of situations, men and women can help each other elevate. They definitely can. That's why this is my village. I call you guys my village because it takes a village to raise a child. And raising a man as a single parent, you do need to have a strong village, because you do need to have someone there that can still instill in them have those men conversations. Because that's just like a man trying to talk to a girl about their period and puberty and stuff like that. There's certain things as women don't know what men go through as far as the puberty and stuff like that. Explaining why they voice change and all the feelings that they start to have at different ages. Like a man don't really step up and be like, oh, I'm going to teach my daughter what to do for a period, because they don't know. That's something they can't really teach the girl. Some try, and both parents should talk about sex to a kid because it's different from each sex. Like it's different for a woman, it's different for a man. So that's when those different conversations need to come into play, and like someone needs to step in to be able to have those conversations. Just like it's harder for a woman to teach a boy how to potty train. You can't teach him to stand up and pee. We don't stand up and pee. So it's like, what the heck? You send them with a guy, be like, take them to the bathroom with you. But then you can't trust people like that too. So we're talking about single moms raising sons into men. Yeah, Marcella, yeah, that's what we're doing. But it goes both ways. Can a man raise a woman? That's a good question. I don't think they can, but they can guide her. And I think it's better for a man to raise a woman than a woman to raise a man, in my opinion, because at least he can teach her how to be treated, because a lot of women have daddy issues because they grew up without the father. But I think their turnout will be a little better if they did have a father in their life. I do know men that are single fathers of daughters, and their daughters, they're confident, they show them love, affection, all that. Leadership, how to be taken care of, because there's a lot of men that's starting to become domestic, and they can teach them how to clean, wash dishes, cook. I know a lot of men that can cook their butt off. Like, I don't even know who can cook better, my mom or my dad, because they both are like equal. I was raised by a woman, but everyone's opinion is different. Yeah, it depends, because people can change. You don't have to. I have a quote that I was going to talk about later this week. Let me see what it says. 1 second. Hold up. Now my computer want to act crazy. Have an error trying to mother a man when that nurturing is designed for a child. It is, and you don't want to feel like you're trying to raise a guy and be their partner at the same time. You cannot have a union like that. It would never work. Yeah, Trina, that's true. And then, like, a mother shows a man how to be nurturing, how to respond to women when they're emotional, how to handle those different things that come up and a woman's crying, like what to do, how to react, how to talk to women. They give them that nurturing side. You can get in tap with your feelings and your emotions. Some men are really hard, closed out, because they didn't have a woman to teach them that nurturing side, that it's okay to cry, it's okay to talk, it's okay to communicate, to talk about your feelings. Because a lot of men just hold it in and they explode in a whole totally different way where it don't come out right. But women teach the guys how to respond to a woman, how to talk to a woman, how women react when you are treating her right and when you're not treating her right. Then you get these men that don't know how to control, well, not so much control a woman, but don't know how to respond to certain things, and they become abusive because that's the way they react. They were never taught to just have patience, just give it time, stuff like that. 1 second. I'm trying to look for this quote. I wrote it down. I cannot find it, but it's gonna be one of the topics coming up soon, because I wrote down like 20 different topics to talk about coming up, basically for next month, being able to speak out and speak up about certain situations and certain topics. Let me see. I was really trying to find it. Hey Edgar, thanks for tuning in. But do you guys have any other opinions on a woman raising a man? Or a father raising a girl? I'm gonna find that quote and I'm gonna give it to you guys later. But I wish I would have wrote it down somewhere else. But that's when it comes to like the point where when women are raising a man alone, and what I teach people how to do is be able to coexist in their kid's life. Because I do have a program, I Am My Brother's Keeper. It helped men reestablish a bond and connection for those absentee fathers who weren't involved so much in the life and they want to reestablish a bond and get back into their child life. So I teach them how to go through different things and work on them to be properly prepared to be able to raise a kid. Just like I have my program, I know you guys probably seen my I Am My Sister's Keeper, those moms that got lost in the role of being a mom because they have to be everything for their child, the mom, the dad, the nurse, the doctor, like the teacher, and they forget who they are. They get lost, and I teach them how to reestablish them, rebirth who they are, and get back to who they are as a person, because you were somebody before you became a parent. That's not just your only, that's just a title. And you don't have to lose yourself in that title. You can be more than that. You can still live your dreams. A lot of people give up their careers, their dreams, all because, oh, I have a kid. Okay, that's just an added blessing. Like, you don't have to stop dreaming. You don't have to stop living just because you have a kid. And the point of this whole post is to let people know, like, you don't have to do it alone. Even though people say, oh yeah, I'll do it alone, I'll rather just raise my kid by myself, but that's not necessarily the best option, because that don't have anything to do with your kid. That's just what you choose to do, not versus what's healthy and what's beneficial for your child. And I want to motivate you guys to not have to do it alone, to work it out, to figure it out. I know some of you know that in April, for those who are in Vegas or near Vegas, I'm doing a co-parenting boot camp. So that's going to be April 6th. Yeah, April 6th. And this co-parenting boot camp is going to be different parts of my Co-Parent Like a Boss program, which is my 8-week program. But I'm doing this 3 days, 2 nights. And we're going to talk about... we're going to focus on your mindset, because a lot of people need to change their mindset first before they can co-parent, because the negative mindset and what's been instilled in you, that generational curse and stuff like that, we're trying to break the cycle. So we break the cycle of your mindset first. So we focus on mindset, focus on forgiveness, because if you're not healed, you cannot co-parent, because you will always throw that negative stuff, how they hurt you, at their face, and you'll be confrontational all the time, and you cannot co-parent in dysfunction. We'll talk about communication, knowing how to talk to the person. Stop talking at them, but talk to them. And knowing what form of communication is appropriate. Some people, you cannot text. Like me and my son, Dad, we don't text. He don't like texting. I can't communicate the important stuff about my child with him by text message. It's a conversation he'd rather have in person. He's more old school. Like, let's have a phone call or in person. If you text him, you'll probably never get a response, because he don't like texting, and I don't either. We're going to also talk about, you will leave the boot camp with a plan. So I have co-parenting contract, and we'll set the contract up. I'll go one-on-one with you guys to figure out everything in regards to who pays for what, who's responsible for what, who get this person on these days, who can come to school activities. Because sometimes that's a big thing too, like, oh, you go to the parent conference, or you can't bring your girlfriend, or whatever, the other parent and stuff like that. So we break down all the details. I'm only taking in 5 sets of parents, because I don't like to work with a whole bunch of people. That's 10 people already. And we're going to be in one big mini mansion here in Vegas. You'll have a chef that's going to have your food, your meals, everything is taken care of. Drink accommodations. We'll also have, I'm going to incorporate, it's actually going to be April 5th, incorporate other coaches to come in and help as well, that deal with other focus areas. And I have a few other surprises that's coming along in regards to that. You would leave the workshop with a co-parenting plan, my ebook, The Guide to Co-Parenting Like a Boss. Also, you would have a workbook, because we will have homework and we will be putting in the work. So I want people that's serious about being able to co-parent. And one edition of my icebreaker cards, which is my co-parenting edition. So up until, it was going to be March 1st, but I extended the early bird pricing until March 15th. It's $14.97 each set of parents. After that, it'll be $9.97 per parent. It do require both parents to be there in order to go through the process. You can't do it alone. It's not a single parent boot camp. So It only require a $197 deposit to hold your spot. And I do have a few spots open, so you can reach out to me, message me. I don't know if you guys don't remember, but I do give one free 45-minute breakthrough session. I do need to get on a call with you before deciding if this will be the best fit for you, because not everybody is ready to co-parent, but they say they are, but they're not ready to put in the work. So I do have to have a conversation with you beforehand in order to go through that workshop with me. But it will be very beneficial, and it'll be fun because it's not going to be all work. We're here in Vegas. We can have fun. The house have a pool. It's like an 8-bedroom house. It's really huge. We will have a lot of fun. Everything is included. If you're flying in, we can pick you up from the airport. So we'll make all those different arrangements. But no, you won't be sleeping in the same room as the other parent. Because we don't want no funny business going on, but girls will be separated from the guys, and we will have the men to speak life into the men. Like my son dad is involved in this, because we can show you how we came to the place we are now. And there's a few other surprises of people that will be incorporated in this boot camp. But it is going to be fun. It's not going to be all serious, just putting in the work all day for 3 days. No, you do have to live a life, and you do have to have free time and your me time. And because of the intensives, you will need to have a breather and an outlet and have some fun. But it's going to be really amazing. And those of you who signed up for my I Am My Sister's Keeper next month, that starts March 1st, I think I have 3 more spots left for that program. That one is $497, and it's for 4 weeks, working with just the women. Men, I got y'all. I got something planned for y'all for y'all month, Father's Day month. But I'm gonna do like a retreat for the men, and it's like a self-care retreat, and pamper the guys and speak life into you guys, massages and all that stuff. But that's coming in the summer, and I'm gonna do it in California because it's too hot here in Vegas to do that. So I definitely will be showing the men some love in a few months. But right now I'm trying to get these families together before the summer comes so that you guys can have fun and do family activities and be able to co-parent. Everybody get a break, because we all need a break. But if you're interested in any of my programs, you can always check out my website. It's Monique Atkins Coaching. It's in my bio. It's some of you guys are on my business page and also on my Facebook group. You can definitely reach out to me, get your 45-minute free breakthrough session. Hey, Trail. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I got to get ready for my session that's coming up. And that's it. If you guys don't have any other questions or any other comments, I'm going to call this a night, and I will be live soon. I'm thinking of doing a show with my sister. It's going to be Twin Thursday, and it's going to be a raw and uncut, no filter show. So me and my sister are working on that. I know some of you guys know that I am a twin, but we're working on getting that together for you guys to answer other different questions. She's part of my village, so we vibe. We be on the same page with a lot of topics, but we'll definitely announce that soon. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I know I will. And talk to you guys soon. Have a nice day.